The sun's shining bright, the birds are singing, it's a beautiful sight. A brand new day, let's seize it tight. The world is ours, let's take a bite.
Let's take a walk by the rapids, I feel the breeze. Let's enjoy the rap, let's sing a song.
Guys, welcome to our channel. If you're new here, welcome. In this channel, we talk about different things from English, and we're gonna talk about more about the basic elements present in the plot. But before we do that, make sure to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel.
We have conducted some interviews with our lovely folks in STEM 12 Banzan. Here are the results. So, do you have any idea about the plot?
Yes.
Yes, I have an idea. Yes, somewhat. I know some ideas about plot.
Yes, I have an idea.
Yes, I do.
So, what would be this one word you ought to describe the plot?
One word. I guess I would use the word flow.
A structure.
I think it's complex.
Sequence?
I think if I can describe plot in one word, it would be highlight.
To further dive into the elements of the plot, here are 5 elements you must know.
Take me to National University of Singapore. Please make it fast because I have a meeting to attend to. I need to be there on time.
Very good, madam. Sure, I will take you there in plenty of time for your meeting.
The Exposition. This is your book's introduction where you introduce your characters and establish the setting and begin to introduce the primary content of your story.
And now, we're going to the rising action. Rising action normally begins with an exciting incident or a moment that sets your story into action. As it progresses, you have multiple moments of conflicts that escalate and create a tension as the story moves toward the climax. Think of it of a roller coaster. You are climbing up to the peak, to the climax. So, in that portion, you are climbing the build-up. You are climbing to its potential to be the highest. So this section will take up the largest chunk of your book, and it can make or break your story. So be sure you have every moment of conflict that more interesting than the last. Don't be afraid to raise some questions that won't get answered until the end of your book.
Madam, you are a teacher, you say?
Yes?
You know, or that young schoolgirl, 15, 16 years old, they go to school in the morning, their uniform, and then after school, they don't go home. They have clothes in their school bag, and they go to public laboratory or hotel and change into these clothes. And they put makeup on their face. Their parents never know. They tell their mom and go to school meeting, got sports and games, this, that, but they really come out and play the fool. Madam, I see you're surprised, but I know all their tricks a lot as I take them in my taxi. They usually is wait in bowling alley or coffee house or hotel, and they walk up and friend European and American tourists. And this is how they make fun and also extra money, madam.
So, the climax. The climax is the peak of tension, plot, and character in your story. It's the moment that the reader has been waiting for. So it makes it exciting. Often, this is the point where in the story that everything changes, or where your main character is forced to make life-altering decision. It should be the point where the reader is unsure where your story is going to go next. To use our roller coaster analogy, imagine that you're at the top of the peak and everything stops. What's going to happen? A great climax will leave the few readers with this feeling, forcing them to keep reading until the end.
Why are you telling us?
Oh madam, I tell you because I myself have a daughter. Oh madam, a daughter I love very much, and she is a good and study hard, and I see her reports card. and her teacher write good work and excellent, so on and so on. Oh madam, she is my favorite child. And I asked her what she want to be after left school. And she say to go to the university. None of my other children could go to the university, but this one, madam, she is very smart and intelligent. No boasting, madam, ha? Her teacher write good work, excellent, and so on in her report cards. She study at home and help her mother, but sometimes a little lazy, and she's teacher want her to go back to school to do extra work, extra coaching in her weak subject, which is math, madam. So I let her stay back in school. And a day after, she come home in evening. Then she do her study and go to sleep. So I let her stay back in school. And a day after, she come home in evening. Then she do her study and go to sleep. Then one day, madam, it take me so angry. Even now, one day, I in my taxi driving along. Hey, I see girl looking like my Leichu.
Falling action. Now that you have reached the peak of your story, it's time to start moving towards more satisfying conclusion. This is the time where you start resolving your conflicts and substance. So your story doesn't feel rushed in the last few chapters. This is also where any conflicts that arose as a result of a climax start being resolved. Picture it as a roller coaster. As you reach the height, you're now slowly moving downward to the conclusion.
Is everything with you and your daughter okay now?
What is it, madam?
I said, is everything between you and your daughter okay now?
Ah, yes. Everything okay now. Thank you. She cannot leave the house except to go to school. And I tell her mother always check everything she do.
Finally, the resolution. It is the end of your story where you can tie up the final loose ends and bring your story to its happy or perhaps tragic ending. Or if you're writing a series, now would be the time to write a cliffhanger and leave them eager for the next installment.
Can you wait for me until my meeting is done?
What, madam? Oh, so sorry, madam. Cannot wait to finish your meeting. Must go home. Please say excuse me.
Oh, that's okay. Here's the payment. Thank you for sharing your story to me. My youngest daughter have a similar behavior. Similar like the other schoolgirls that act like gangsters. Since you're a teacher, you don't know something strange about the girls. After school time, they don't really go home, but they go to hotels and other places for sure. If you have a daughter, don't accept her trust. But you only do that when she wants to go out. Just like my naughty daughter, who really got caught. For that, I scolded her so loud that I don't even care, so I just shout.
This concludes our short skit. Now, let's move on and having a short recap on understanding the 6 elements present in a plot. The first one would be the exposition. The next one would be the rising action. Thirdly, we have the climax. Fourth, we have the falling action. And lastly, we have the resolution, or also known as denouement.
That's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye!